Hey guys, I'm back. I'm gonna make a short video now showing my Ozzy Osbourne collection, and I apologize for the lack of videos. I've been so busy with school and life in general, and plus one of my friends got killed in a car accident, so uh I wasn't really in the mood to make any videos, but I'm gonna make you a short, quick video now, just before Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be showing my Ozzy Osbourne solo collection. Now, my Ozzy Osbourne collection is very small, just like my Quiet Riot collection. Actually, I don't even have a single Ozzy vinyl because every single time when I go to a music store or a record store, they don't have any Ozzy vinyl. So I only have CDs and cassettes. So let's just get this started. And I do not own all his albums, so I apologize for that. But let's start. So the first Ozzy album, Blizzard of Oz, my favorite Ozzy Osbourne album, with the legendary Randy Rhoads. May he rest in peace. Gone too soon. This is my favorite Ozzy album. I have the 2010 remastered one, and it's not the stupid 2002 remasters where Sharon took out the original bass and drums and replaced them. No, this is the 2010 one with the original audio, and thank God they went back and fixed all of it. And this is a great sounding CD. This album only has one bad song, and that's Goodbye to Romance. And yep, I know you guys are probably gonna go crazy right now, but that's my least favorite song on here because I just don't like it. I actually like Revelation Mother Earth better than that. I actually like No Bone Movies better than no Goodbye to Romance, but that's for another time. I talk about the songs. Classic cover of Ozzy holding the cross. Awesome pictures here of Ozzy jumping in the air. Promo poster, the Mr. Crowley EP, autographed by the whole band there. And no, I did not have them autograph this. Those are printed. Ozzy and Randy in the studio. Awesome pictures, lyrics. Awesome picture of Randy and Ozzy here. Ozzy is my sixth favorite artist of all time. Just behind Wasp, Quiet Riot, Iron Maiden, Van Halen, and Kiss. And Randy Rhoads is my second favorite guitarist of all time, just behind Eddie Van Halen. Awesome pictures of Ozzy and Randy again here. And cool outtake of the Blizzard of Oz cover. I also like the bonus tracks, like the B-side to Crazy Train, You Looking at Me, Looking at You on here is a pretty good catchy song, and the instrumental RR for Randy Rhoads, I just love it. I love what he does with that solo. It's basically like Randy Rhoads' version of Eruption. And yeah, besides Goodbye to Romance, great album. But let's move on. So, a couple months ago, I was at a record store, and actually, just to let you know, I've been an Ozzy fan for about like 10 months now, because when I get to that album, I'll tell you how I became an Ozzy fan. But anyways, I've been a fan of Ozzy for like 10 months, so I apologize for the short collection. But anyways, I was at a record store a couple months ago, looking for some stuff, and what I got out there was a couple of cassettes. I got a Striper cassette, a Poison cassette, and this rare Canadian cassette of Ozzy Osbourne, the Mr. Crowley live EP or live EP. This is a kind of a rare EP. I know there's a picture disc version and a black vinyl version, but I only have the cassette of it. But yeah, this is actually a pretty good concert, and it only has 3 tracks. If you can see there, look how tiny the tape is there. Black cassette because it was made in Canada, because the Canadian cassettes were black. But anyways, the live version of Mr. Crowley here is really good, and Suicide Solution, even though they cut Randy Rhoads' solo, I don't mind it. And the song You Said It All which is very rare to find. The only way you can find that song is if you get this, because it's not on any box sets, it's not on any remasters, it's only available here. And it's a good catchy song, nothing to write home about, but pretty good. This was recorded in October of 1980, and yeah, if you guys love tribute, get this if you can to get more of Randy Rhoads live, because I can't get enough of Randy Rhoads. Randy Rhoads is just awesome. But yeah, let's move on. And now, tribute. This is in fact my favorite Ozzy release of all time. This is what got me into Ozzy. So my uncle, he has this CD, and he let me borrow it, and I listened to it, and it blew my mind, because before I became a fan of Ozzy, like, I heard the stories of him like buying heads off bats and doves, which was by accident and myths, and I thought he was like a crazy guy. Like if you listen to him, there's no point of no return, no way of return. But so I listened to this, and I was completely blown away by it, and I had to get my own copy of it. So eventually, a couple months ago, I was in a music store and I found one, but it was in like terrible condition. The case was just terrible. Had lots of scratches on it and stuff, and something sticky was on it. So I took it out and put it in a clear case. And if you guys know, back in the 80s, CD cases had weren't all clear in the back. It was just a black plastic thing. So when I put this in the clear case, there was some space there. So what I did was I printed a picture off the internet of Ozzy and Randy right there to put there in. It's an awesome picture. And this is an awesome album. And in fact, there's basically all the live stuff on here is actually better than the studio stuff. I love these pictures though. Diary of a Madman, Blizzard of Oz tour, awesome. Rudy Sarzo, Tommy Aldridge, Randy Rhoads, and Ozzy Osbourne. If you guys don't know anything about Rudy Sarzo, he eventually became the bassist of Quiet Riot. He played on Mental Health and Condition Critical, and Tommy Aldridge. He stayed with Ozzy and played on Bark at the Moon. And then after that, him and Rudy would make an album called Mars or whatever it's called, which failed that project. And then Rudy Sarzo and Tommy Aldridge both joined on Whitesnake and played on Slip of the Tongue, I think, that album. But yeah, anyways, we're off topic. Let's get back on topic right now. Awesome, everything. Most of these live tracks beat the studio tracks. I don't know, Crazy Train, Believer, Mr. Crowley. All of them beat the studio versions. Flying High Again beats the studio version. Relevation, Mother Earth is a tie. Steal Away the Night is a tie. Suicide Solution, I like this version more than the studio. Iron Man, this was actually the first time I ever heard Iron Man, because I didn't get into Sabbath until later on, so I love this. And then Children of the Grave, I never really listened to it until I got a Master of Reality, and when I heard the Master of Reality version, it blew me away, so I went back and listened to this, and I like on the Master of Reality one better. Paranoid, classic. Goodbye to Romance and No Bone Movies. I actually found out something on Wikipedia. From I Don't Know all the way up to Paranoid, the first 11 tracks were recorded in Chicago in 1981, but No Bone Movies and Goodbye to Romance were recorded in 1980 in England, and they're from the exact show from this EP. So these 3 songs and those 2 songs are both from the same show. And then the last song, D, which is basically Randy Rhoads just rehearsing in the studio, practicing D, and he kept on messing up. But yeah, anyways, I love this album. Probably the greatest live album I ever heard. Next up, I have Diary of a Madman, and this is not an original CD pressing. This is from 1985, and this version kind of sucks. The remastering on this really sucks. I plan on getting the Legacy edition because that one brings the album and that Ozzy live thing, which was only like a record store day thing, and it's Ozzy live in Quebec, 1981. So I'm gonna get that soon. But yeah, the booklet in here are nothing. Doesn't have those cool pictures of the lineup. This is just I don't recommend these. I don't recommend this. So I don't really listen to the CD that often. I mostly listen to this album on YouTube, and in fact, I actually like Bark at the Moon more than this album. A lot of people say this is Ozzy's best album. I don't agree. I say his best album is Blizzard, but this has some good songs. Over the Mountains, awesome. Flying High Again is a classic. You Can't Kill Rock and Roll, I never got into. Believer is awesome, but the live version is way better. Little Dolls is filler. Tonight, filler. Sato, filler. And Diary of a Madman, probably the greatest song Ozzy has ever written. Well, actually, that's a controversy right there of who wrote who, Bob Daisley or Ozzy. But anyways, that's probably one of the greatest Ozzy songs of all time, if not the greatest. But anyway, yeah, half good, half bad. Move on. Next up, sadly, Randy Rhoads got killed in that plane accident that we all know. Gone too soon. And then Ozzy released Speak of the Devil, which I don't have, but I do have this, the Bark at the Moon cassette, and Bark at the Moon's awesome with Jakey Lee. Jakey Lee has some of his best solos on here, especially on the title track, Waiting for Darkness, Rock and Roll Rebel, Center of Eternity, You're No Different. Love this album. The only two songs I don't like on here are is a terrible Slow Down. I hate that song. And so, let me repeat that. So Tired sucks, and Slow Down is filler. Slow Down does have some good parts to it, but it's mostly filler. But yeah, good album. If you just got rid of those two songs, it would be better. But then again, that would make it an EP, so whatever. Great album though, and the tour for it was awesome. And no, I don't have the Bark at the Moon VHS, which I wish to get one day. Next up, and this is the last piece of my Ozzy collection, and that shows you how small my Ozzy collection is. And that's the Ultimate Sin. I got this at a record store while I was on vacation a couple months ago. And the Ultimate Sin, I can't decide which Jakey Lee album is better. The Ultimate Sin or Bark at the Moon. And this is a great album as well. I know a lot of people don't really like this album because Ozzy went glam and went really poppy. I say he does a fine job on this, and there's only one bad song on here, and that's Never. And Never is not a bad song; it's just filler. And Thank God for the Bomb is kind of cheesy in some parts, but it's still a good song. My favorite song on here is actually a three-way tie between the title track, Lion Strikes, and Killer Giants. Killer Giants is so epic. It's probably Ozzy's second best epic, just behind Diary of a Madman, and then the third greatest epic he's ever done is probably Waiting for Darkness. But yeah. Anyways, I'll just show you my whole Ozzy collection right here. That's all my Ozzy stuff. Small collection, I know. Please forgive me for that, but yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for 11 subscribers. I'll keep on trying to make videos. Things have just been sad and tough for me for the last couple weeks, so please forgive me, and I'll try to keep on making more content. But yeah, anyways, keep on banging your heads to Ozzy, and as always, peace and rock on.